Welcome back to the Delivering More platform, folks. We appreciate you tuning back in 2023. As always, morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you choose to consume the content. We love it. If you could, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. That's going to always help us out more than you could ever know. We have another great show today. I got some in-house crew. I got Aaron and Dee with me. How are we doing, boys?
Great.
I couldn't be better.
I'm happy to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, both of you. Obviously, some reoccurring guests.
Yeah. Darien and I haven't done one of these together before, though.
Factual information.
This might have to be a thing going into 23.
Darien and I work pretty well together, so.
Some would say.
Yeah, in front of the cameras, maybe behind the scenes, might be some tussles, some turning, but we'll obviously work through it. We're here to present a little year in review, right, and possibly a little forecast into what 2023 is going to bring to our drivers and our partners. I have some great data to present to you guys. You got some sheets in front of you. We'll go over it. First, a little congratulatory pat on the back, if you will. We are officially in all 50 states in the United States of America.
Hey, that's a round of applause.
It's great stuff.
Who thought we could do it?
We get that round of applause in the background?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. We'll cue it up. We'll put that in post. But I just want to start there. Obviously, serviceability is a huge thing. One for drivers, so we can get them going in the gig economy, provide them opportunities, and then also for our partners, right? Mm-hmm. Serviceability, getting coverage for 100% of their deliveries is a major pain point for these folks. So how are we able to get to that point?
Yeah, I'll start it off, and then we'll pass it on over to Aaron, fill in anything I missed. But it really started with COVID. We started having to do physical ride-alongs, launching markets, face-to-face. During COVID, we weren't able to do so, right? So we came up with some new processes. Different departments really stepped it up, and we've been really able to follow the demand.
Yeah, I mean, from this year alone, though, I think it speaks, volumes to the level of service we're providing, right? We're not actively looking to launch new markets because we want to, put some boots on the ground. We're getting asked to go to these markets, right? And the way that we onboard, vet our drivers, get them up to speed, have them take deliveries, the continued education with them. People want to use our drivers.
If we're getting down to the nitty gritty and going over the exact numbers, serviceability, we increased 25% in terms of zip code coverage. So, I mean, another huge data point.
And again, we weren't actively, there was no aggressive plan to expand. We were good with the way we were, but we're getting asked to go to these markets, and the model we have built, it's now built to scale to where, it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get a fleet of drivers running in a market now. So whether that's in Alaska or North Dakota or South Dakota, where we just recently launched, 2 to 3 weeks, we're taking deliveries on the ground there. So.
Yeah, you bring up Alaska and the Dakotas. I think West Virginia took a little while to get going.
So much catering there.
But I mean, it's tough, right? When you're dealing with states like that where it's really a population density thing, right? You have areas where catering is ordered on a consistent basis, where you can then give drivers consistent delivery and opportunities for income. Could present some challenges along the way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, and we'll move right along. We can get right into our driver fleet, right? Again, talking about the serviceability. We're talking about where we're being asked to be brought on, like Aaron just mentioned, Anchorage, Alaska. Where are we? Des Moines, Iowa. Jim.
Basically,
Sioux Falls.
It's every major city in all 50 states now. I mean, it's to that point.
Yeah, I would venture to say every capital of every state, but some states have a weird thing where the capital isn't the biggest city. So you never know. You never know. And we're all not geography majors here, so we won't throw out statements we can't back up. But our driver fleet from 21 to 22, 2x, right? Almost 100% increase in total drivers on the platform. What do we feel? I mean, obviously we're doing something right there. We're attracting people who want to join the platform, and we're obviously converting them to being reoccurring drivers, right? They're driving consistently, whether it's daily, every other day, weekly, monthly, whatever you want to call it. What's attracting people to deliver that platform?
I can say it's just our customer service, the people that we have, the support staff that we have, the resources. It's second to none. I truly believe that. All of our call center, all of our resources are here in Canton, Ohio, and they're here to support our drivers. They understand the pain points that the drivers are going through. They know exactly what's going on the course of a delivery, and then you bring in the opportunity side, right? Our business development team is doing a fantastic job in bringing in more opportunities for our drivers to be able to fill up their days more and more. So marrying those two together is going to be a crazy thing to see here in 23.
I think even, to piggyback off that, first off, it's an incredible metric, right? We doubled the size of our fleet. Not only that, though, we've taken, 3.5 to 4 times the amount of deliveries this year. So our drivers are taking more deliveries on average across the board, meaning they're making more money. So I think what's going on here is that our brand is starting to really, dominate the catering gig space, right? Like, we have a name now, and there's a certain level of service that these drivers are, accustomed to and they're used to. And we strive to bring that each and every day. And I think that's a big testament on why we're able to not only attract great individuals, but keep them on the platform.
And then speaking anecdotally kind of to what Darien's talking about, the communication piece, our latest interview this past December is with a guy named Jerome, who's on our platform out in Chicago. He actually stays up in Gurney, but he has a YouTube following of almost 8,000 subscribers. Channel's called Cars and Cribs. And something we talked about in our conversation was specifically to the communication piece of Deliver That, and his ability to contact someone directly when he needs it immediately, and he gets that response, right? As opposed to calling into a hotline where you're sitting on hold, or texting into an app-based support where you don't necessarily know if you're going to get an immediate response or the correct response, right? A lot of times. So again, it speaks to the training of our agents out there, the people we've brought on, which we'll get into.
Yeah, we're recording this podcast across the wall. There is our entire call center of 30, 40 individuals. So when we say we're a customer service company, we mean that.
Yeah, and they are lively.
Oh
there.
Yeah, oh,
I don't know if that will pick up any feedback, but they are not very quiet.
It's humming.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, so driver percentage 2 times over the past year. Average pay per delivery, a 20% increase from 21 to 22. Again, speaking to the opportunity and possibilities when you're an everyday driver on the platform, right? The opportunities you're being given, whether you're in Charleston, West Virginia, or you're in Los Angeles, California, we're here to help, and we're there to provide an opportunity for these folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that increase. That's first off, that's incredible. That's like outpacing inflation. So like, no matter what like inflation is right now, whatever the percentage is, like they're still making more. Like I said, our drivers are making more per delivery. That's because we're able to bring these very lucrative opportunities to the front of the table to give these drivers, and they do an exceptional job, and we continue to get the repeat business, right? So these drivers are getting more and more deliveries because, we're being trusted to take these large catering orders.
And then we can just move right along basically to the biggest number I think we're actually going to talk about. And this is kind of something I'm super proud of. I know we are as a whole. Almost, if anything, I was really hoping we got to the 9-figure mark. I know we'll probably knock that out of the water in 23, but 80 million, over 80 million in food delivered, almost 120% increase from 21. How do we feel about that?
It's tough not to smile when you hear that number.
Yeah.
Right. This number tells you that restaurants are trusting us with $80 million plus of their most lucrative aspect of their business. Right. So they're not trusting us; they're trusting our drivers. So that's a testament to the people we have on the platform. It's a testament to the support staff that we have, the team that we have, to earn the trust of a brand, to be able to give and hand over $80+ million worth of their food to their customers, because the restaurant isn't the touch point with their customers. It's our drivers. So that's an amazing number to see, and I can't wait to see what it is next year.
Yeah. I'm just, again, just a gut check for me here, right? I think it took us, Darien, 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even close to 4 to deliver $100 million of food.
Yeah.
And over the next, taking right now, in the next 12 months, we expect to deliver between $150 and $200 million of food. That's insane to me. All right, that's absolutely insane that we're moving that amount of food with our fleet. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, I think we just put out that $100 million earlier this year, right? Press release. So
Absolutely.
that just happened, and technically, year 6, right? Technically of 20.
Yeah, but we weren't really tracking the metric before. It was a wild west back in 2016.
Yeah.
Right? We're a much different business now. Way more legitimate, right? I'd say
Pen and paper was a real thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So no, yeah, but it's all great stuff.
Amazing. And then again, I want to finish out something. Obviously, we're talking about metrics, maybe some external numbers that the public would be interested in. But something I really love and I feel very passionate about is our in-house team. We increased, again, 2 times. Went from 21 full-time employees, possibly a couple part-timers in there, to, I believe, the number on here is 42, but I think we're actually at around like 43, 44, 45.
Yeah.
So a little over.
Yeah, I would say it's
2x.
almost
close to
50 right now. Yeah, I'd say it's almost 50 right now.
Yeah, and then within the next year, that's going to be double.
Yeah, we're planning on having 100 people in our organization, full-time equivalents.
So the big thing is like I keep on saying, I think every question you've asked me, I've touched on the support, right? That is and will be and continue to be our number one investment back into the business is the support, right? So we're going to have a legitimately full-fledged and full-size call center here, not by the end of 23 as we work our way through the year. So we're always looking to add quality people. Again, they're the ones representing our brand and supporting our drivers. So I'm excited to see what that takes us.
I don't, correct me if I'm wrong here, right? We had a driver in Atlanta that's now coming to work here full time in the call center, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's an opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
when you say by drivers for drivers, does it get any more clear cut and real than that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we literally, she came to Cannes probably about a month ago, got onboarded a little bit, and she actually just moved to Cannes this past weekend. Couple of the guys were out there moving out of a moving truck into her new place. They were there from like 5 to like 9 p.m. at night, helping her move in there, all that stuff. So I mean, yeah, she's officially in the office, rocking and rolling.
Yeah. So if you're a driver out there and you're an incredible person, we want you on our team. Okay.
Yeah.
So bug us if you don't get a response. Bug us. We want you.
And it's really cool. Just a small story on her. I've been hearing her name for years now.
Yeah,
right?
She was on the pod.
She was on the podcast, and I remember you guys were both here. You were doing the podcast with her, and I was popping in.
You sat in for a little bit. Yep.
And I had to literally stop recording to meet her and introduce myself because just hearing her story, hearing her energy, it was second to none. It was absolutely amazing. So she was always looking for sales opportunities. She wanted to do X, Y, Z, but then they saw her post, or she saw our post for customer service reps. She applied.
Yeah, that's why I was going to kind of echo what Aaron said. Yeah, she's an individual who legitimately, I mean, almost like every other month when I was out on the dispatch floor was like, hey, how can I work for you guys? Can I work internally? Are you guys hiring call center people, customer service reps? Like, I've been in marketing. I'm military based. Like, giving us her background, all this information, just trying to get her foot in the door. And I mean, it took probably about a year and a half, but I mean, she's here now.
She's persistent with it, and like I said, her work speaks for itself.
And for us to be the reason that people move to Canton, Ohio is a testament in itself, man.
It's not the glorious weather outside right now.
Unless you love the Pro Football
Cloudy
Hall
and
of Fame
25.
more than the next guy, there's not many people that move from Atlanta to Canton. So
yeah, that's safe to say. All right, that's going to clean up the deliver that metric side of things, guys. Pretty quick and easy. Got through those numbers. We're going to move on to some market trends, some things we've seen kind of over the past year, some things I want to touch on a little bit. And we're going to start with the top trending weeks throughout the 52-week year. We'll start out at number 5. This doesn't have a huge correlation. Maybe you guys can rack those brains of yours, see if you can think of anything. But week number 5 was week 15, which was April 11th to April 17th. All we had listed was it's the week of Easter. I don't really think people are ordering catering for Easter, but I don't know.
That might be Teacher Appreciation Week, is it?
Jim, we get a quick Google there.
I'm pretty sure there's a month in April where people, feed either
first week of May.
Man, okay.
Close.
yeah,
We're close.
But that does start the ramp up period.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That is the beginning of Q2, and that's when Q2 the curve, if you will,
right,
starts the increase and goes upwards. So I mean that's right in line. We're gonna see a lot of these dates probably fall within the.
Trying to think of if I can think of off the top of my head the weeks.
Yeah, we can move right along to number 4 was week 19, which is May 9th to May 15th. This one, I feel like we have a good data point here. National Hospital and Nurse Week, obviously being a business-oriented catering delivery service. We're always going for, drug reps, doctors' offices, hospitals. I mean, that's got to be a massive amount of where our drivers are going to day in and day out. So I think that one is a no-brainer.
Pharmaceutical representatives.
Yeah. Yeah,
So we do a lot of deliveries to hospitals and and medical buildings, a lot.
And then, I mean, even with COVID, I think the appreciation for our frontline workers and our hospitals and our nurses and our doctors is extremely heightened. So, shout out to nurses.
Shout out all healthcare workers. My wife, Victoria.
Front lines. Thank
you,
guys.
healthcare.
Thank you.
So
Katie,
much. So much.
Girlfriend.
Number 3, week 37, September 12th to September 18th. It is the week of the end of Q3, moving right into Q4. Maybe people are trying to get those budgets lined up.
That's after Labor Day, right?
I believe it is.
Right?
Yeah, like the week after Labor Day.
I'll tell you right now,
the week after Labor Day.
season, baby.
Yeah,
Season.
probably also people trying to show their employees that they care, right?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're winding down. That's kind of right as the school systems get started up too. High schools, middle schools, elementaries, things like that. College semesters usually start a little later into September sometimes. So I think that also lines up pretty well. Week number 2, we're getting towards the end of the year where we really start popping off in Q4. Week 50, December 4th to December 10th. We're talking holiday parties.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
end of year budgets. Yeah. We got to spend that money to get more money usually. So what do we think about that one?
It's right in line. I think that look what we're doing. We just got catering today.
Facts.
Yeah,
we did just get a relish order dropped off for the office.
Yeah,
relish.
First time.
But
if you look, Ben, really any week after September, like after Labor Day, volume just jumps up, right?
Oh, yeah.
People are ordering food, like you probably said. It's obviously the holiday season, right? You're talking about Thanksgiving up. Christmas is here as well, along with a bevy of other holidays. Like, this is the time of the year to feed, your employees, show them you care.
Yeah, right. Again, appreciation,
for sure.
Kind of wrapping things up and making sure they know. And then we'll close it out here with the number 1 week, back-to-back years, 21 and 22. Week 46, November 14th to November 20th, the week before Thanksgiving, and also the highest volume week in Deliver That history.
That's a great week for us.
That's
a great week for
I think
us.
we own that week.
Yeah, I think
that's our week.
We might rename it Deliver That week.
That might be the DT week.
Yeah,
DT
change
week.
that from week number 46
Clip
to week
it.
DT.
Week DT.
All right,
Clip
DT
it.
week.
DT week?
But that's exactly when we had our holiday parties. You're doing your Thanksgiving meals the week before.
Right. Yeah. Bobby E's.
What's worse than? Tell me this, Ben. Tell me this, Aaron. What's worse than having multiple Thanksgivings in the same week? You gotta go to your work Thanksgiving, your Friendsgiving, your friend's Friendsgiving. Then you go to your family's Friendsgiving. Then you go to your significant other's Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving.
This is a hot take because I'll take a TGD any week. Any week, all right? TGD Thanksgiving
hot
dinner.
Take because I'm not.
By the way,
It is very strange.
I think I ate 6 straight days of Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah, I mean, this week alone, I had 3 different Thanksgiving dinners, or not this week, Thanksgiving week. This
that
week,
was to a new level.
We're eating a lot of leftovers, a lot of leftovers in the Alcala household. No, this Thanksgiving, I think I had 3 separate ones. And again, like Aaron said, gravy might be my number 1 condiment.
Bold.
I won't touch it. I won't touch gravy, man. With a 10-foot pole.
That's bold. It's all right.
Sometimes you gotta leap and see if you stick.
It just slop.
To each their own.
Let me just shower this whole plate with slop.
Hey, little flavor. All right, moving right along. Wait, you guys stay on page 1. I'm gonna go to page 2.
Got it. I'm just gonna put this down.
What even is a page?
Exactly.
Fair.
We're gonna go to top delivery cuisines, and I would just like a meeting of the minds here. What would you two think? Starting at number 5. I want your 5.
We have to work backwards.
I want your 5 to 1.
We can't just give you 5 and see where they place.
No, I want your top 5. What you think they would be?
Man, you are putting us on the spot because Darien, we should know this spot.
Should know it.
Top.
Why can't I go 1?
I mean, you
Process
can do whatever.
of elimination.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever you gotta do, just give me 5.
Okay. Mexican food has to be 1.
That's got to be 1.
It's got to be
right?
1.
You tell us. Is that number 1?
It is number 1.
Oh yeah.
See, Mexican food
know your
has to be
numbers.
number 1. Now this is where it gets a little dicey, right? Because you could go sandwich or Italian for 2.
I'm gonna take sandwich for number 2. I'll take sandwich.
I'll follow the lead. I'll trail, but if it's not, then it's Italian because it's 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Sandwiches and subs, number 4.
No.
Number 4. Close. It's on there, though. It's on there.
Italian.
4?
Italian, number 2. Italian, number 2.
Whoa.
Beep that.
2 more. 2 more. 3 and 5. 3
Okay.
and 5. What do we got? Fill in the gaps.
Is breakfast its own cuisine, or is it?
I don't know if it's gonna be up there.
I will tell you, we did not poll for breakfast.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
we will eliminate breakfast. But that is a good. We could look that
That's
up.
what I think people that we work with.
Yep.
It's Italian.
Is pizza incorporated in Italian?
I would not consider pizza its own. Well, yeah.
Oh
We'll
my
include
gosh.
pizza in Italian.
Barbecue. Come on.
Yeah,
Barbecue.
that's a good
Gotta
one.
be on the list.
Number 5,
Yeah.
American Burgers Barbecue.
But then it's like, how do you classify? Do you call it American?
that is what we have listed.
Do you call because
I
you
don't-
got your
I-
you got your sliders, you got your
you
chicken
gotta toe
fingers,
the line
you got
these
your
days.
I
So
think of
Chick-fil-A.
American. I think of American like a Ruby Tuesday or like an Applebee's.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You get
it's like
it's
American.
America.
Everything that's unhealthy, it's American basically.
Where are we at?
The portions are 3 plate sizes. That's
Where are the
American.
stars and stripes?
Stars and Stripes? Number 5. Burgers Barbecue. That's what we called American. Number 5.
Oh, Jim just gave us a hint.
Whoa,
Jim gave us a hint.
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean
Come
for
on.
number
Why
whatever's
did you
left.
do that?
Number 3, Mediterranean.
Wish we had a camera on Jim because he just ruined it.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even have mic'd up, so
I
it's
love
like
you,
the
Jim.
people aren't even going to hear that. It's just a waste.
Yeah.
Just wasted it. Okay, yeah, but yeah. So number 5, American Burgers and Barbecues. Number 4, Sandwiches and Subs. Number 3, Mediterranean. Number 2, Italian. Number 1, Mexicano.
Love a good hummus platter, though.
You said you're talking about trends though, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you put anything on there about like the size of orders by chance?
We did not pull
I'm gonna-
order size.
Okay, so this is something I get grilled with constantly, right? And when we talk about COVID, right? It was more individually packaged lunches. Order sizes were definitely smaller in the low 200s. Now our average order size, if you're a restaurant out there, you're not catering, you're missing out on these, by the way. Our average order size is north of 3. I think it's like 310 to 320. It ranges every week, right?
Yeah.
But it's north of 300. So I mean, that's a lot of food.
Especially easy and out the door, possibly before your restaurant's even open to the public.
Yeah.
There we go.
We
That's
could-
good.
that's a different
good
pod-
elevator pitch.
That's like a different podcast why you
But-
should be doing catering.
Yeah, facts.
Again, what does that tell you? If the average order size is $320, that people are ordering. It's not small orders. It's not individual. I can't say it's not all individually packaged, but people and brands are getting creative.
There's this new solution. Like, look at Relish, for example. That was born during the COVID era.
It's exactly why
COVID
I just said not individually packaged, and I looked over and see a relish bag. But my point in being, people are back in the office. Food brings people back to work. The order sizes are larger. So if you're not a restaurant doing catering, go seek professionals, educate yourself, and find a way to get into the game because you're missing out.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
There's endless ocean of opportunity in
Absolutely.
this market.
And we're talking. I just did some quick math here, folks. That's classic long division. If we can zoom in on that,
Wow.
if we do an average $300 ticket size, $15 per order, about 20 people per order. We're servicing.
Yeah.
Long division.
Not to mention how many of those customers that get this that never I can't tell you. I've never eaten whatever I ordered today for catering. Like,
Yeah, I
and
actually think it's a ghost.
I'm
brand.
it's like, and I'm gonna try it for the first time. It's not a ghost brand.
Okay.
No, brick and mortar.
But it's just like I said, it's not only like a sales driver, but it's marketing. It's everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're just getting in front of so many eyeballs immediately, and it's an unbelievable avenue to more revenue. Cool. Top 5 delivery cuisines. Again, this is we'll kind of along the market trends, not necessarily a market thing. This is also very DT related, but I'm going to quiz you guys again here. Our top 5 markets based on year-over-year increase. You guys aren't necessarily in the
Growth.
day-to-day these days, so you might not be readily aware of this.
So this is from
I feel like I'm talking to our board right now.
last year to man.
Hey, I'm
this is
just
from
getting you
last
prepped
year.
and ready.
Hey,
We're just getting prepped and ready.
So this is from last year's growth. Not just
21,
overall volume.
21 compared to 22 growth.
Cool. Let's do this.
And we're not counting markets that were not launched.
True. We aren't counting markets that we launched.
I don't think
as
there's any
well.
markets we launched that were
They were
take-
jumping.
they were all like
yeah.
tier
So
2
we're
or
not
3
including like the
cities.
Montgomery, Alabamas,
Okay.
all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. But you guys
Um,
still count. You still count.
I got Miami. No doubt, it's got to be on that list.
Not on it.
I might walk out of this room right now.
Wow.
I might walk out of here.
Um,
No, what?
It's not on
here
it.
we go. Washington, D.C.
Number one.
I'm done. I'm out of here. That's
Number one.
Really?
Number one. Washington,
Yeah.
D.C. 175%.
Where have I been?
And see, the thing is, that's 175%.
175%.
Wow.
DC?
Give me a
DC.
now. Give me one of these ones. I'm gonna say Orlando.
No.
Wow, that's a surprising.
Dude,
It's very
so
surprising.
you're saying they weren't, and they not the greatest movement of like volume.
Not the total volume.
Okay.
Purely the growth percentage.
Okay.
Oh.
So
See, I'm
yes.
thinking. Okay.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah. You're
I would've
thinking
bounded it.
I
volume.
got you. I was
Yeah.
like, man, I was
You're
like,
thinking
man, how
volume.
is Miami?
I was
not
gonna
in there?
ask how Orlando was not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking just.
So I'm gonna
purely
throw the
volume.
dart and just we'll try it. Tampa. We'll try Florida.
No
That'd be a top
Florida
10
markets on the map because you got to think
We're
year,
checking
year
growth.
year over year we're
Here.
doing great in Florida.
How about Cincinnati?
Cincinnati was on the list, but we are not top 5.
Okay, we're going West Coast. L.A.
Number 3, LA,
Boom.
121%.
What?
San Diego.
Number 2, 167%.
I'm not even gonna talk anymore on this segment. All right. This
San
one,
Diego.
Well, I'm
I can
tapped
provide no
on,
value here.
I'm tapped on there's 2 more, right?
I will guide you a little bit. Let's move a little more towards the central United States.
Chicago.
No.
I'm hanging it up.
Central Denver.
Denver, number 5, 115%.
Nice.
And one more at number 4. I don't think you guys will really get this one.
So just give it to us.
I got a clue.
Jim's got a clue.
You guys are both there at the same time in this metro.
Jim says clue is they were both there at the same time.
Boston.
No.
We've been a lot of places together, my friend. Dallas.
No. Yeah, I don't think that's a great clue.
Phoenix.
Nashville.
Nashville. Okay.
Nashville, Tennessee, 117%. Number 5, Denver. Number 4, Nashville. Number 3, LA. Number 2, San Diego. Number 1, Washington, DC. Top 5 markets year over year increase.
Man.
Well, that was. Did that play out how you thought?
Honestly, a little better. I think we might have a couple good clips of Aaron Hoffman there. That was he got very frustrated.
Yeah. I don't typically get stumped. That I was wrong every answer I gave.
That was.
He just needed a slice of humble pie.
I'm honestly excited to run the footage back at this point.
Great. I can't wait to see that.
It was good stuff. It was good stuff. That concludes my market trends segment. Let's we'll kind of move on towards 2023 a little bit. I do want to recap some events though that we held, and then we'll go to events we're going to in 2023. Right. So, a huge event for us year over year. I think this was year number 3, Jim. Year number 3, the golf outing.
Mm-hmm.
Year number 3, the golf outing. I think this is the best year we had with it. Yeah, I mean,
Hands
I think
down.
turnout wise and execution wise, it was unbelievable.
That was awesome.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we were able to give back to a local charity, the Legacy Project of Stark. They are providing, and if you didn't, there's a lot of content that we did with it,
True.
but they're providing mentorship to kids that are underprivileged in our community. So it was an awesome turnout, biggest one yet. We were able to give a nice donation to that charity, and then we already got people asking what's gonna be this year.
Yeah, we might be driving signups real soon.
Yeah, so I think that's I actually wrote that down on my list yesterday to get planned out, because I don't know if anybody's ever done golf outings, but it's pretty hard to get the weekend you want if you don't do it the year before. So not going to say that am I in 4th of July-ish weekend, but it could be a good time.
Bring the people together.
Could be a good time.
Second event that a good group or a good portion of the company attended, the NRA in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Saw a lot of new faces, friendly faces.
Yeah,
What?
National Restaurant Association show, by the way.
Yeah. That's not a terrible clarification to make, folks. The National Restaurant Association show, 2022.
Ben, how good was it to get back to these conferences and because COVID really decimated that entire industry. That was so cool, wasn't it?
I think, for me, speaking very personally about it, that's the first major conference that I'd ever attended, and for that to be the first one to see it at scale, and we're literally walking from wing of a massive building up a mountain.
If
to
anybody
another
knows
wing.
the McCormick Center,
Yeah, the
in
McCormick
Chicago,
Center
if
down
you
in
have-
it is
Chicago.
very, very, very spread out.
And if you haven't gone to the National Restaurant Association show, like you definitely should. It's
Yeah.
more so than just actually making connections and networking. It's just actually fun.
There's every facet of a restaurant space in that industry
Food service.
represented
Yeah.
in that trade show.
And a lot of free samples.
Lots.
A lot of free samples.
lot of samples.
I was carrying bags. Yeah. Bags of stuff. Great time. Great time. And we'll be back at the National Restaurant Association in 2023. I don't necessarily have the date, but we will be in attendance. So if we move on to 2023 conference that we'll be attending, Restaurant Leadership Conference, RLC, FS Tech, Mertech, Food on Demand, and a panel that Aaron was on last year in Dallas, I believe. The Ghost
Yeah,
Kitchen
it was a
Conference.
Ghost Kitchen conference. I think it was put on by On Trend Concepts.
On Trend Concepts. They will be hosting it again in 2023. Breaking news, possibly. Aaron will be a moderator on a panel.
Yeah, potentially, right? They, get to curate my list of questions now.
Potentially.
We're gonna be pressing
Potentially.
them. We're gonna be
Yeah.
pressing them.
Yeah.
We're gonna be pressing them. If you're interested in deliver that partnerships, avenues to speak to us, we will be at all those conferences. So look us up, find us. Will we be having booths at these conferences possibly?
Yeah, a few of them absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah. So if you're interested, see us there.
The best way to do it is reach out via LinkedIn. It's people that go to these conferences. You understand it's a very flexible schedule. So if you want to meet, you want to grab a drink, you want to go to dinner, all of these things. The best way to do it is just shoot us a LinkedIn message, and we're happy to make some time and make a connection.
Amazing. And we'll close it out here. Obviously, this is a 2022 in review, but I do want to talk a little bit about this year, I should say, 2023, and some expectations, some lofty goals we might want to throw out there, things drivers can be looking forward to, things partners can be looking forward to. We kind of mentioned a starting point, I will say, with our in-house team, the goal of being 100 possible plus employees at some point in 2023. What are we bringing people on for? What do we need? Let's start there.
Yeah. First and foremost is support. As our volume continues to grow, as our driver fleet continues to grow, our support staff here internally needs to continue to grow at that pace, and we'd like to exceed it, right? The ultimate goal is to cut down on wait time, cut back on response times, make sure that there's never a time where a driver is in a crucial situation and they have to be put on hold, right? So that means educating, onboarding, and retaining quality people in the customer service call center area. So that would be the first big one. Second piece is going to be the sales side. Opportunities. Opportunities mean everything, right? So as many opportunities as we can provide our drivers, the better experience you guys are going to have. You're going to be able to maximize your day more. You're not going to have to travel as far to get multiple deliveries in one day. The goal is to be able to do it out of your backyard, do it in your neighborhood. So those are the two big goals, operationally and business development, sales wise, and then we'll kick it on over to Aaron for the next piece.
Yeah, I think we're going to double down, triple down, quadruple down on investing in our fleet of drivers and our in-house staff. Right, I can't say that enough. That we're going to be developing solutions that are going to make the delivery experience even easier, better, more lucrative. That's my main focus right now, is really investing back into this fleet of drivers in any possible way we can imagine.
Perfect. And Darren, you kind of segued a little bit. I did want to talk about new partnerships in 2023. Obviously, we brought on Catherine Boswell, Jackie, new to the business development team. COVID, during that kind of scenario, it became a people reaching out to us scenario as opposed to us headhunting partnerships, things of that nature. I think it might kind of turn again on its head as we move into 23 and 24, us finding solutions and bringing that solutions to new partnerships, providing them opportunities to solve their last mile delivery problems, issues, things like that. Do you foresee anything on the horizon in that end? How will we be attacking and what can we be bringing to these new partnerships?
Yeah, I think bringing on Catherine and both Matt at the same time,
well, yes,
was imperative for us, right? We're going to be able to equip our sales team to hit the market and talk to restaurant brands to provide them a solution to their biggest pain points, right? And their biggest pain points in terms of delivery. We didn't have that luxury in the past, and I'm very, very confident that this year that team will be very equipped to do so.
Amazing. And yeah, he mentioned, Aaron, I see you're waiting to speak here.
dying.
Matt Benzel, do we want to
No, well, I was going to
caveat
pick.
into that?
I think Darien said a great, said it great there. But I think to summarize what he's saying is like we need to be easy to do business with, right? And before, we weren't the easiest company to work with some of these restaurants. We didn't have the best tech, out there. We didn't have a lot of stuff. But our main, I see Darien shaking his head.
I'm just laughing. Jim's just dropping stuff in the middle of it. I wasn't laughing at you. I was
How
laughing
dare
at Jim.
you? No, but yeah, we need to be easy to do business with, right? So I think that's the overarching philosophy here is that if we're easy to do business with, our service speaks for itself. I mean, you don't deliver $100 million worth of food if you have a bad level of service. It doesn't work. So I think we just need to be easy to do business with, integrations into multiple online ordering companies, POS systems, you name it. We got to be out there, right? We need to be able to take a delivery, whether it's being directly submitted to us, it's through a marketplace, whatever way you have to do it, right? We need to be easy to do business with.
And speaking about building those products, Darien mentioned Matt Benzel coming over to the team. How's he fitting in? What have you guys been up to? What do we see working on in the near future?
Yeah, without getting into all the details, right? We're working, like I said, there's a lot of large projects him and I are spearheading. I mean, he's the technical subject matter expert on our team. I'm not. But, our holistic focus, right, is to be easy to do business with. So I think that's what we're looking to tackle first.
You mentioned that during COVID there was a lot of brands that kind of reached out. They had a need. Now our ultimate goal is we have the recognition. Brands know who we are, but it doesn't mean that the conversion rate is extremely successful because we couldn't wear all the hats that brand needed us to wear. Ultimately, that's what Aaron and Matt and the team are going to be really working on is how can we be the one-stop shop? How can brand A, B, C, doesn't matter, enterprise, medium, small, mom, pop, local, anything. How can they work with us? And that's going to be across the country. So the ultimate goal, be able to take any catering delivery from any brand across the country. And can't even say country because we're in Canada too.
Yeah, multiple countries. Multiple countries. I will, that's all I got. Paper-wise, statement-wise. I do want to close things out. This wasn't discussed previously, so I'm putting you guys on the spot a little bit here. Give me one goal that you guys have for 2023, whether it be a number, an in-house team, persona, anything department-based. Aaron, obviously we're talking tech, we're talking APIs, things like that. Darren, we're talking business development, the oversight of Deliver That as a whole. Myself, I'm more of like the marketing guy here.
Yeah.
We can each throw out one. Anything that you have on the front of your mind.
Yeah. And this, I don't necessarily know how to judge this. It's just going to be by experience, right, and being around the team, et cetera. But if I were to remove myself from this business, that the buy driver, for driver would live on, right? And the only way that that's able to be done is if everybody in this business lives and breathes it, if everybody truly believes in it. If we do that, then I can't give you a monetary goal. I can't give you a massive milestone. The sky is truly the limit for this team if we keep drivers first.
Brick by brick, driver by driver.
Yeah, and I'd say kind of to piggyback off that is I want to impact in a positive way, obviously. I want to impact as many drivers out there because I remember when I was 19 doing deliveries and when I started this business with John, and I remember, a year ago or 2 years ago, I still take deliveries. So I'm just like the rest of all of our drivers out there, right? And I want to make a positive impact in their lives because they're all incredible individuals. They all have their own obligations. They're doing this for a reason, and they're not just a number. So that's my overarching goal.
Amazing. I think that's a great way to close it out. Drivers are not just a number. They are legitimately the lifeblood of this company.
You couldn't do delivery without drivers.
And yeah, that's why we are where we are today. So amazing sentiment to close on. Guys, I appreciate you joining me. As always, reoccurring guests. I'm sure we'll have you back in 2023, possibly as a tandem again.
Anytime. Let me know.
Let's do it.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you.